He had at least two siblings, a brother named Angelirius and a sister named Clara. He entered the order of Franciscans at a young age, and took a degree in theology. He held the title Magister. In 1264 he was personal chaplain of Cardinal Stephen Banxa, Bishop of Palestrina. He had also been chaplain and confessor of Cardinal Giovanni Catano Orsini, probably between 1271 and 1276. One may assume, therefore, that he was present for the three conclaves that took place in 1276. He may even have accompanied Cardinal Orsini to the Second Ecumenical Council at Lyons in 1273 to 1275. It is certain that Cardinal Orsini was there along with all of the other cardinals. Bentivenga was elected Bishop of Todi, 1276 to 1278, and confirmed by Pope John XXI. He held the bishopric until he was named a cardinal, a matter of some 15 months. His successor was Angelirius de Bentivengus, his own brother. In the consistory of March 12, 1278, Pope Nicholas III created him Cardinal Bishop of Albano. In a papal bull of September 12, 1278, Cardinal Bentivenga is mentioned as having been an examiner into the election of a new abbot for the monastery of Nonantala. In January, 1279, he sat on a cardinalatial committee that examined and approved the election of John Peckham as Archbishop of Canterbury. On September 25, 1279, Pope Nicholas named him to assist in the office of the penitentiaries up to the next Easter Sunday. He was involved in the redaction of the Constitution Exiit qui Seminit, of Nicholas III, which was issued on August 14, 1279. In the spring of 1280, Cardinal Bentivenga advised Pope Nicholas on the appointment of a new bishop for the Diocese of Troia, and the Pope was pleased to follow his recommendation. Pope Nicholas died of an apoplectic stroke on August 22, 1280, at Castro Soriano in the Diocese of Viterbo. Cardinal Bentivenga participated in the conclave which followed the Pope's death. Nicholas III had created a total of 9 cardinals, and had taken care to diminish greatly the number of adherents of the Angevin King Charles I of Sicily, who had had a strong hand in the previous 4 conclaves. At the time of the Pope's death there were 13 cardinals, 3 of whom were Orsini who would never vote to accommodate King Charles. The city of Viterbo was in the hands of enemies of the Orsini, who had led the people of Viterbo in expelling the late Pope's nephew, Orso Orsini, replacing him with a regime favorable to King Charles. Worried about the functioning of necessary organs of the Church in the spiritual realm, the cardinals on August 28, 1280, elected Bentivenga to the office of penitentiary and put him in charge of the other penitentiaries and their staff. With these powers, on September 25, Cardinal Bentivenga dispensed a priest who, against the rules of his diocesan synod, had taken longer than a year to be ordained after obtaining a parish, and thereby incurred the penalty of excommunication. The worries of the cardinals about a deadlocked conclave were justified, for the conclave continued through the rest of 1280 with no resolution. Stirring up the people of Viterbo, he led an attack on the conclave which resulted in the kidnapping of 2 of the Orsini cardinals, Matteo Rosso Orsini and Giordano Orsini, the late Pope's brother. Cardinal Giordano was released after 3 days, apparently having given some guarantees, while Cardinal Matteo was held until after the new pope was chosen. On February 22, the cardinals, thoroughly intimidated, elected the man who had negotiated King Charles' entry into Italy and coronation as King of Sicily, Cardinal Simon de Brian, who became Pope Martin IV. 9 days after his election and 20 days before his coronation, on Monday, March 3, Pope Martin IV granted Cardinal Bentivenga a number of penitential powers, individually denominated, which belonged to the Pope, including the right of absolving from ecclesiastical censures and excommunications, including those imposed by diocesan bishops and by the University of Paris. This extended to persons traveling to the Holy Land on penitential pilgrimages. On August 12, the cardinal was granted the power of absolving the Romans who had participated in the forbidden election of King Charles to the office of Senator of Rome. He sometimes notes that his decisions are given after oral instructions from the Pope. Cardinal Bentivenga continued to function as penitentiary during the sed vacant of 1287 to 1288. He is sometimes said to have been Dean of the Sacred College of Cardinals from December 1285, though there is no positive evidence of the fact or the title. He is mentioned as the author of a sermon collection and a Veritatis Theologicae volumen, both disappeared. Matthew of Aquisparta, the Franciscan Minister General, had chosen Assisi as the site for General Chapter XXVIII of the Franciscans in 1289, but he had been created a cardinal in May of 1288. But Pope Nicholas IV wanted to attend the general chapter personally, intending to see to it that the electors chose the right candidate. Therefore, he ordered that the chapter be held in Rete, where he had spent May through October of the previous year, 1288. When the electors met in Rete in June, 1289, the Pope himself presided, with the assistance of the two Franciscan cardinals, Matthew of Aquisparta and Bentivenga de Bentivengas. Far in anticipation of the need, Cardinal Bentivenga obtained from Pope Martin IV the right to make his own last will and testament. The Annals Minorum state that Cardinal Bentivenga died at Todi on March 16, 17 Kal. Ferdinando Ugelli agrees as to the place, but puts Bentivenga's death on March 26, 7 Kal. It has been pointed out that one of the codicils of his last will and testament was signed at Rome on March 25, 1289, making it unlikely that he died in Todi on the 16th. His attendance at the general chapter of the Friars Minor in June, 1289, makes it unlikely that he died on March 16, or March 23, 1289.